Chapter 1, The Dark Woods. Jack couldn't sleep. He put his glasses on. He looked at the clock, 5:30, too early to get up. Yesterday, so many strange things had happened. Now he was trying to figure them out. He turned on the light. He picked up his notebook. He looked at the list he had made before going to bed.
Hey Landon, let's go get ready for the hike.
Can I read one more chapter, please?
Okay, 15 more minutes, okay, and then we're gonna get ready to go.
Okay.
Did I hear someone is reading? I'm the librarian fairy. What are you reading about, Landon?
I am reading about The Night at Dawn by Mary Pope Osborne, Magic Tree House.
Magic Tree House series. Do you read a lot of those books in that series?
I read some of them, yeah.
Okay. And what do you like best about reading?
Sometimes when you like have books on it and then there's like a movie about it, the book gives you more detail and tells you more of the story, more than the movie.
That's why I like to read too. You get more information. Do you have a favorite book that you're going to be reading this summer?
A favorite book that I'm reading this summer, I would say for summer, it would be the one I'm ready for summer. That would be, what is it again?
Were you thinking about The Hobbit?
The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, right.
And then The Hobbit, I'm ready to read this summer.
You like those Minecraft books too, right?
Yeah.
What are they called? Diary of
of an 8-Bit Warrior books by Cube Kid.
Cube Kid, okay. You've got your list already made out for the summer then, huh? That's good. And where are you going to get some of these books?
From the library.
Oh, I hope so.
Right here.
Right here. Okay. Well, thank you, Landon. And I hope you'll have a great summer. We have a summer reading club that's coming up, and our theme is called Imagine Your Story. And it looks like you turned into the knight from your story. And that's what happens in our heads, even if we don't totally do that when we're reading a book. But so even though we're having this quarantine, you can't get out and see your friends, you can read books and go different places.
That's
Okay.
right.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right.
Save the
Okay.
world, Sir Landon.
Okay.
And let's see, yeah. All right. Thank you. Okay, thank you,
Thanks,
Landon,
buddy. We'll
for
see
all
you
your
in a
help.
bit.
Yeah, and we were just talking about the new reading club we're going to have this summer. It's going to be the same as it's been in past years, but it's also going to be different. We're going to start the Wednesday after Memorial Day because we will be closed that Tuesday. So on Wednesday, the 27th of May is when you can start signing up. You can do it online. We will have a link on our website, pvlib.net, lib.net. And you can also come in person and sign up, and we'd like everybody to stop in at the library to pick up the special bags that you get for participating in the summer reading club. You'll get a bookmark, a pencil, state park pass, different information about things that we're going to do, how to sign up, a survey, all kinds of different things in that sack that you can use to carry your books later.
That's right.
Did you have something else you want to add?
Well, I know since our theme is Imagine Your Story, you were talking about a writing contest.
Oh,
right?
yes, yes. During this quarantine time, it's really tough on the kids and the adults, but we want to maybe have you enter a contest to write your story. You can write something that's happened in your past, something that you did during the quarantine, or even just imagine something different, just like Landon was a knight through reading his book. We would like you to think of a story of what you would like to see in your life, maybe what you'd like to be doing when you grow up, and things like that. So start thinking about story ideas that you have, and we'll give you more information about that contest. In June, we'll have a bingo card that you can try to fill out, and in July, we're going to have a nature scavenger hunt, and maybe a photographic scavenger hunt as well. So there's lots of fun things going on. But unfortunately, we will not be able to do in-person programs. So we aren't going to be able to meet in the library and see a musician or a magician or an animal program this summer. We're going to try different things that you can do at home, and you probably won't have to hand in. And of course, our prizes are going to be
Books?
Books. We have lots of
Lots
books.
of books.
So we have some really nice books that are in brand new condition. We also have some that we've deleted from our collection. All kinds of different books that you can have. We might have you come in though and look and then pick one book without touching all of them, just to keep the social distancing and the quarantining. So we're working all that out, but sign up for Imagine Your Story. You will get a sticker sheet that you put your name on, and then on the back side you can put a sticker for every day that you read. And we hope that you'll read at least 20 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, and take the weekends off. Summer is a time when you can read whatever you want. You don't have to read it by grade level. You don't have to read it by what somebody else told you to read. You can read whatever you want for our reading club. You can read a cereal box. You can read signs. You can listen to a book on CD. There's all kinds of different ways that you can read. And we're going to show you some of the books that we have at the library. And if you want to cut out, you can, but you're going to miss out if you do. So just for about a couple more minutes, we want to show you some books that we have that might get you interested in signing up.
Well, Landon was reading The Night at Dawn by Mary Pope Osborne. And so I brought another book about knights, and this is Knights versus Monsters, and this is written by Matt Phelan. So this is another good book, especially it goes along with the Imagine Your Story theme, with princesses, fairies, dragons, mermaids, whatever you can think of. So there's a lot of fun books like that. And then I had to bring one of my favorite books from childhood, James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl. This is a fun adventure story where a boy goes out and he meets 6 giant insects, and they go on some adventures together. So it's a pretty fun book if you haven't read it yet.
I don't like to read about insects. At least I didn't think I did until I read a book, I can't remember the title now. The Overlander, Gregor the Overlander, and it's about he has to go down into the depths of the soil and save his sister from some big cockroaches and insects and things. So they can be good stories too.
They can.
Another one that we have in our J Fiction chapter book section is Dragon, Hound of Honor. And this book is written by Julie Andrews Edwards, who was the actress that played Mary Poppins and also did the mother on Sound of Music. She and her daughter wrote this book together. It's about a boy whose uncle is a knight, and he's murdered, and the only one that's there that knows what happened is his hound, his dog. And so the young boy tries to figure out who killed his uncle, and the dog helps him. So that's a good story.
Good mystery.
Yes. We have all the basic stories that you might want to read that are popular with the kids right now. The Geronimo Stilton, the R.L. Stein books, Goosebumps. These are kind of nice because they have so much colorful writing in them and stories about mice. And there's several different sub-series for these also. And what are some other popular series that we have?
Oh, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, yeah.
That's another one. We still have the Carolyn King.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we have
Nancy Drew.
We have a lot of those.
Hardy
classics.
Boys.
Hardy
Yep.
Boys, if you haven't
Even
read
the
those
Bobbsey
before.
twins,
That's
Dick
right.
and Jane. So some of the ones your grandparents remember reading. This is a real simple book from our picture books section called A is for Salad. And we gave it to a young boy that requested books on our book bundles, and he was like 6 or 7, and he probably thought, why are they giving me this baby book? But if you look inside, you have to figure out why it says A is for Salad. And this is by Mike Lester. Why do you think A is for salad? Is it because the salad starts with A or has 2 A's in it? No. Who's eating the salad?
It's an
Alligator. So A is for salad because the alligator's eating it. So it's kind of a fun, playful book. This is for teachers and other people that work with community helpers. This is one of my favorite books. It's called Cat Up a Tree by John Hazley, and it's a story about a woman who has some cats that walk into her apartment, and she calls different community services people to ask them to come and get the cats. For instance, she calls the fire department. What do you think they say? We don't catch cats up trees anymore. Call the call us if it starts playing with matches or something like that. So it's a fun book that also features community helpers. We have everything from board books to my scare books, which are really thick. This is The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick, and he does all the illustrations for this. It's a thick, thick book. I call it my scare book because when I open it up, or it's so thick that most kids don't want to check it out, but if you'll notice, it's mostly pictures. There are some pages with words, but his drawings are amazing. And the movie Hugo was based on this book. There you go, Landon. We have a lot of fun nonfiction books. This one is called Owls. I picked it just because of the cover. That is interesting picture of an owl with his head turned on the side. And this is more of a simpler book about owls, but we also have some more higher level owl books. Mm-hmm. Another nonfiction book. This is based on a true story. It's called Lincoln's Grave Robbers. It's a brand new book we got in the library. And it's about some counterfeiters that got arrested, and their friends decided they wanted to get the main counterfeiter released by digging up Lincoln's grave and holding his body for ransom and asking for $20,000. So it tells you about the early days of the Secret Service and about detectives, grave robbing, counterfeiting, things like that. So this is probably more for the older students that might want to read about that. And I love biographies, and this one is called The William Hoy Story. This is about a baseball player that was deaf, and he couldn't hear what they were saying for the signals when you're out, you're safe and all that. Yes, thank you. And so because of him, that's when they started doing the hand signals so that people could figure out what was going on in the game. So this is The William Hoy Story, true story. And one more book that I wanted to feature is a fiction book, chapter book called Out of My Mind by Sharon Draper. And this is a story about a girl who has cerebral palsy and is confined to her wheelchair. But she attends school with an aide, and everybody thinks she's very smart, but everybody thinks that it's her aide that's answering the questions for her. Finally, she gets a computer that allows her to communicate with everyone, and she proves that she's the one that was the smart. That she was the one, not that she was the one, she was smarter than they thought she was. And she gets back at the mean girls. So we have lots of other great books in our library, and we hope you'll come in this summer, check them out, read for free books or for prizes or just for the fun of it is what we hope you'll get out of this whole summer. Yep. What was one of your favorite books when you were younger?
Well, one of my favorite ones was James and the Giant Peach.
Okay.
I love that one. And of course, Charlotte's Web. That was always a classic too.
Yep.
Got the love of reading starting then. So,
okay.
How about you?
Oh gosh, Nancy Drew is what I started out with, I think, yep.
Okay. Well, everyone has something,
yep.
Right? Everyone has
comic books. My dad had a drugstore and we had comic books, so we were always reading the comic books. In fact, that's how I read the classics. So we hope you'll come into the library. Books are free. We're open now Tuesdays through Saturdays and from 9 to 5.
All right.
But keep watching our website for updates.
That's right. All right.
Right. Thank you.
We'll see you soon.